shows up behind you, what the fuck? Like, I would be gone. I would take off so fast. I would start walking slow, and then I would literally do the fastest speed walk in life, which is probably not the right thing to do, because they say you're supposed to like stay there, be big, and like back up slowly, but still be big, like a bear with your arms up. But for me, that would be so hard to do that. Someone said, run. That would definitely be me. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Women's Wednesday. It was really fun to see all of you guys. And yeah, it's really, really fun to see all of you guys. Somebody said I saw that. I'd be brave. Yeah, I was looking forward to talking, guys. I always look forward to talking to you on Wednesdays. So much has happened since we last seen each other. You guys also sent in some questions as well, so I'm going to pull those up from my team. And someone asked, let me see here. Oh, I like this question. Someone said here, for Todora 0721. They said, how do you manage your time to have professional success and personal happiness? Well, it is definitely a balancing act, and I will tell you, every day is not perfect. I think for me is like, I know I have big goals that I want to achieve, so I'm constantly setting my sights on those goals. And at the same time, I think balance is important. Like, I was a person that was always so focused on work. And I think you have to be incredibly focused when you want to do really amazing things. But at the same time, I think the balance of life is very important. So I feel like I finally got a better grips on like the life part of it all for me. As far as, making sure that I'm taking moments to just simply live and put the phone away, or, making sure that I am just carving out time to do some normal everyday things. And I think the more that, the more that I can do that with working or in the balance of working, the more balance that I feel. Because when I just work, then I feel like I'm missing out. I don't know, I feel like I'm missing something. It's kind of like, what good is it to gain the world and lose your soul? I never want to be so consumed with my work that I forget about me, like the human me, and that I lose myself, and that I miss out on just like simply living. And so that's really important to me. So I really am working at that every day. It is a balancing act, especially when you have work and you have family. It's a lot to juggle, but you really do. I think when you really focus on it, you really figure it out. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Forehead is shiny today. All right, this next thing here, someone says, I like this question right here. Hold on. Don't worry about tomorrow. I'm going to tell you guys right now, so I'm going to say it verbatim. So someone asked me, they said, what is your favorite Bible quote? I actually have a few of them. I know there's, the first one I'll give you guys is Matthew 6:30, verse 34. Actually, it's going to be a little bit more than verse 34. I'm just pulling it up for you. So this is for people that worry. I love going to this place because it helps me out so much with not worrying and just really understanding the reality of life and God's plan and God's word. And it says, so it's Matthew 6, verse 31 through 34. It says, so don't worry about these things, saying, what will we eat? What will we drink? What will we wear? These things dominate the thoughts of unbelievers, but your heavenly Father already knows your needs. Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's troubles is enough for today. I actually want to use a different version of this. I think I want to use the NIV version, because I love the way the NIV version says, like, tomorrow has enough worries within itself. or tomorrow will worry for itself. So hold on, guys. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm going to read to you guys. So one more time here. So it says, Matthew 6, verse 31 through 34. So don't worry, saying, what shall we eat? What shall we drink? Or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. I feel like that's so powerful. Don't worry about tomorrow. For tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry. Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. I think that's such a important understanding, because oftentimes we try to take control of our thoughts, and like we get in the way sometimes, and we worry, and most things that we worry about really aren't worry worthy. If that makes any sense, there's really no need to worry, and you worry about tomorrow, but tomorrow's not even here yet. Like tomorrow will worry about itself. Like that's kind of a very, I think, somewhat of a profound perspective to have when your brain is like really, really concerned about what tomorrow is going to be. Like, don't worry about that. Like, God knows your needs. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you, and all the things that that you're supposed to have, you will have. He knows your needs. So for me, I love that understanding, because it just kind of makes you calm down. Like it makes you take a little stress off your shoulders, a little weight off your shoulders, because you really just don't need to worry about tomorrow. Like tomorrow's going to come. It's going to be a new day. It's going to be, it's going to bring on new things. So, go one day at a time, one moment at a time. And it's really hard to do, especially for someone like myself, where I overthink things, or I'm always trying to think and plan ahead. And it's like some things you just got to wait for them to come. You got to wait to those moments. So wait for those moments. So I love that scripture, Matthew 6, 31 through 34. It's a pretty amazing scripture. Someone asked me my favorite scripture. Thought I heard future. So then another question that someone asked me is, they asked me, let's see, someone talked about, hold on, let me see the phone. I love talking about this. Someone asked me, okay, so this person is, won't he do it 85? And they said that they wanted for me to discuss manifesting. I've always talked about this when I was the Together event a few years ago. I'd love to hear about how she writes out her goals, techniques, tips, and any book suggestions she may have. So I do really believe in the power of manifestation. I've always said this before, as you guys have probably heard me say, that when you speak, you have a chance to tell your life story. So when you speak, say great things. And there is power in the tongue. If you speak negativity, you declare negativity in that moment. If you speak positivity, you just declare positivity in that moment. So I think that, when you say things, you want to make positive affirmations. You want to make, you want to be clear in your thoughts. You want to be intentional. You want to be specific. When you do that, you start to subconsciously create your compass that's going to carry you through life. And I always say that you can't really get to where you want to get to in life without a compass of some kind. Without a compass. So that's why I believe in the power of manifestation. There's been many times where I've spoken my way out of a bad situation, or I've spoken my way into a good situation. I've also spoken myself into a bad situation, into one. So the power of manifestation is real. And you learn that by the power of what you say, how it's really real, and can influence, it can influence your life in a great way. So I'm really big on trying to just stay as positive as I can stay, and declare positive things, and writing them down is huge. So it's one thing to think it, then you speak it, and you write it down. And when you do all those things, you really start to like mold those ideas. You really start to give them a chance to take shape and become real. So, I still like writing my goal sheets down now. I still like doing that. I still, I love doing that kind of stuff because it gives me, again, it's my compass to where I'm trying to go and get to. Like if I don't write things down, if I don't visualize things, speak them and write them down, then they're most likely not going to happen. If they happen, some of them will happen. Probably a few of them will happen. It will happen by luck. So I think it's so important that you be really intentional. You make your goal sheet of whatever your goals are, personally and professionally. You keep it stored there. It helps you remember those things as well. You're now giving yourself the tools or the next stepping stone you need to go and execute what you want to when you write it down. So the power of manifestation is very real. And I want to encourage everybody out there, you guys know I talk about it all the time, to create your goal sheets. Don't stop doing that if you've already started. But if you haven't done it, take time, especially now while we're in quarantine. It's a great time to do it because I think the ultimate goal is to be prepared for how things are going to come out, how we're going to come out of this and how things will be on the other side of it. And I think taking the time to write down, get some tea, get some coffee, whatever you like, sit down, visualize, think about where you are, think about where you want to go, talk about it, write it down, because you will then start to give yourself the tools or the stepping blocks. You start to lay those blocks that you're going to need to walk on to get to your next step, to your next place that you're trying to get to, and to do all the things that you want to do. So the power of manifestation is very real. And I want to encourage everybody to manifest great things, to speak great things and plant great seeds, and try to stay as positive as you possibly can. Rebuke those negative words. When you say negative things can happen, most likely will happen. I am here to tell you guys that is very real. So yeah, now I'm going to open up the question box to see what all kind of questions we have here from everyone today. This is always fun to hear from you guys. All right. Someone said, wait. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. Yeah, you need to cut that, honey. How many likes? Let's see. I suggest if someone wants to follow in your footsteps. Okay, I like this question. Someone said, I work out daily. Is it safe to keep working out during pregnancy? When should I stop working out? I would say keep on working out as far as you can go. I think it's not safe. It's unsafe when you don't feel comfortable. Like for me, I've had to alter some of my exercises. I was doing a few the other day and I felt like my pelvic bones were literally going to fall apart. And it's like, I can't do like one leg kind of motion by itself. I have to use both legs to lift up and to like do like lunges and stuff like that. I can't do like a lunge where you lift your leg up, like one leg up. I have to like literally go like, I can't even do lunges now, I don't think. Can I do lunges? Well, I know when I have to rely on one leg to like do a motion, like without the other leg, it's just like a wrap. I was like, no, that ain't for your girl. So I do want to say that you should work out for as long as you can. I worked out till almost like I had like 8 days left when I was carrying Future. And I worked out all the way to that last day, and I was a week and a half late with Future when I was carrying him. So I almost went to the 42-week mark when I was carrying Future. With Sienna, I did not have a desire to work out so much, maybe a little bit in the beginning. But now with this baby, I am actually in the gym pretty much every day. I have a gym session today as well. I'm in the gym every day, and it's been therapeutic for me, even when you get that pregnancy tired feeling. Whenever I go into the gym, even when I don't want to, I come out feeling so much better. And I feel like it gets those endorphins going. I come out and I start feeling like I'm ready to conquer the world. But yeah, I would say keep working out. If you feel good and you don't feel like you're doing anything that's strenuous, that, causes you pain, keep it going. Why not? So you can kind of be like really conditioned for when the baby comes and after the baby comes. Like I told you guys, I'm trying to really hold this thing down this time. I'm trying not to get crazy and like gain as much weight as I've gained before. That is really one of my goals. So I keep talking about it. But again, I'm trying to manifest these things that I won't do that again. Yeah, so keep working out. Don't stop. Okay, let me see. Let me see. All right. What's your zodiac sign? Very simple question. I am a Scorpio. I think Scorpios are the best. That's all I have to say. Shout out to all my Scorpios. Where my Scorpios at? Where my Scorpios at? Shout out your zodiac sign. Who's all in here? Who you representing? What you representing? Scorpios, I'm just saying, it's the best though. So whatever you representing, just kidding, but not kidding. All right, let's see here. Let me see here. Okay, I like this question. Someone asked me, what's an average day like for you? So I'm excited because it depends on what kind of day you're talking about. Like in quarantine, these days, I basically, excuse me, guys. Okay, so basically on days like this, so today what I'm doing, obviously I had Women's Wednesday, so I woke up and I'm talking to you guys. Then after this, I actually have my first Spanish session. I am taking Spanish today. It's my first time, and I'm excited. Well, my first time doing it with a tutor. I took Spanish in high school, and I literally forgot a lot of what I learned. I remember some of the basic stuff, but today I'm going to be working with actually my son's Spanish teacher is going to start teaching me Spanish, and I'm excited. I'm going to do it a few days a week, and my ultimate goal is to be speaking Spanish fluently within 2 years. It would be really cool to one day go on a show like Telemundo and be able to talk Spanish fluently, and even being able to record a song in Spanish would be really cool. So, but to actually know what I'm saying and be able to talk about it, I think would be really cool. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for today. So I'm going to do that. Then after that, I have, what else do I have? I go to the gym and have a little moment with the kids. And then I have another really long conference that's happening today. It's going to last like an hour and 30 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to get to hang out and just have a family day. So there's days like that. And then there's days where I wake up and like his school has ended. But before I was doing Zooms with him in the morning. He still does tutoring in his day though. But Zooms with him in the morning, play with him and CC in between, go work out, do a conference call, do another conference call, and another conference call, our new way of meeting. And then I try to like kick into family day towards the end of the day with the family and have a good time and just relax and watch good shows. I've actually not been able to watch TV as much as I'd like to this go around. Well, not this go around, but like during this time. You guys know I did watch Tiger King. I did watch Love is Blind. I also watched Too Hot to Handle. Has anybody seen Too Hot to Handle? Let me see here. Someone asked me, they said, have you thought about having your children learning different languages? Yes, Future and Sienna can actually speak Spanish. They know Spanish as well. They still have a lot more to learn, but it's really cool when they recognize some of the Spanish language and Latin culture as well. definitely is a very special thing, and something that Russ and I really want for them to continue to have. I think it'd be so cool to one day learn Mandarin. That'd be amazing. But one day. Mandarin is really hard. I think I could learn Japanese before I learn Mandarin. But yeah. Okay, let's see here. Someone said something about Too Hot to Handle. Too Hot to Handle is turnt, boy. Them folks is turnt on that show. But I think it's a great challenge that they give everybody to hold back those feelings and make it be about the person that you're trying to get to know, and not let it be about all the other stuff. Let me see. Okay, I like this question. What has been the most difficult experience during pregnancy? Jeez whiz. Sometimes when I eat dairy, it gets... Someone asked, I don't know how to say pubifor. Pubifor. They asked me, what has been the most difficult experience during this pregnancy, and how did you get through it? The most difficult experience, I just say like overall being in quarantine has been challenging, being pregnant. I've been finding my way through it all, and I've been really working on staying positive, and I feel like overall I've been able to, but just really not being able to go out, like take my kids to the park, or I wish I could go to a theme park, even though I can't ride anything at this point, but at least take the kids would be really fun. Just basic things like being able to have that freedom, like being able to go on a date night, being able to go to a restaurant, like to walk around and not feel like, man, am I in the wrong environment, or is this going to be unsafe? Like, if I have not used a public restroom when I've been out, because you just don't know about the different places. I had to drive back home to use the restroom. Like we took the kids to go to a goat farm or to go see some goats, and it was really sweet. But being pregnant, you have to use the restroom so much. But I was like, I'm not going to use that porta potty. And I'm not going to go somewhere that's like a nearby restaurant just yet, because I don't know about it all the way. So that's kind of been a bit of a challenge for me. Just being pregnant in quarantine. And your hormones are real. So the simplest things can really get you worked up. I know I tweeted that the other day. It doesn't take much sometimes to move a pregnant lady, to get a pregnant lady going, or to have some feelings, and be in her emotions at times. And it's very frustrating for me, because I like to say I'm pretty tough. And when I can't control my feelings because of my hormones, I get really mad. I'd say being pregnant in quarantine has been a great challenge. Like I told you guys before, doing ultrasound and not being able to have Russ in there with me at times has also been, has also been a really great challenge at times. And, but I always say we will get through this. I do think there's been a lot of positive to come out of this time. So, yeah. As far as the actual pregnancy itself, I've been really blessed. I feel like my bones, like they just feel so much more brittle now, I think, because I'm carrying my third baby. So your body really does change. And as you get a little older, I'm not like crazy old yet, but as you get a little older, your bones do start to ache a little differently. And I'm not as spry as I was when I was carrying my first child, but I can't complain, because that's really all I could complain about, if that makes any sense. My eating, I eat everything that I like. One turn off for me eating wise is ginger. I'm not really crazy about ginger. If I do have foods with ginger, and it has to be put in the food a certain way, like I can't really taste like that it's like pure ginger. But I've been really blessed that I'm having a pretty easy pregnancy, and it's exciting, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really blessed. So in that regard. All right, next. Yeah. Let me see. I like this. Do you have a name for baby number 3? Yes, I do. But I can't tell you. I can't wait till I do. It is true. I'm so silly. But I can't wait to meet the baby. All right. Yes, I do have a name, though. And it's been hard to not say his name because I talk to him. I talk to him all the time. And I say his name when I talk to him. Well, Russ and I say it, but we say it when it's just us two because nobody knows around these parts, so we're excited. All right. Yes, I know it. Let me see here. Okay, so I heard you lived in Germany. Tell us about your experience in Germany. Ever been back? So I love Germany. I lived in Gießen, Germany. I am a military baby, as you guys know. We stayed on the military where we were stationed there, the military base. And it was really, really, really cool living in Germany. I actually went to school there as well. I went to first grade. They put me up a grade higher, first grade. And I got to speak a little bit of German as well. Very little. Guten Morgen, I would say to you guys right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm counting to 10 in German. Willkommen, welcome. Ich liebe dich. That means I love you. Dankeschön, bitteschön. Just basic things I was able to learn while living there. Very, very, very challenging language. One that I would say if someone asked me the order of how I want to learn languages, I would definitely not put German at the forefront because, it's a good challenge. But man, it's really cool to hear people speak German. And I had an incredible time there. I love the bratwurst, pommes frites as well. My mom also traveled to Czechoslovakia, which I think they're now calling it Czech Republic. Double check on the history facts, but Czechoslovakia to get some of that good those good crystals, those glasses, all that good stuff. But yes, I did live in Germany and I really loved it. And I will forever remember those special moments. And really grateful that I had a chance to do that. I love the music in Germany too. Like I really got to listen to like a lot of music from the world, all over the world, because their stations would play like everything. Being in Europe, that's kind of what you would be exposed to. So great memories in Germany. Yeah, really, really grateful that I got a chance to live there. Bonjour, bonjour. Someone said bonjour. Ever been to South Africa? Of course. I've been to South Africa. Do I like Brazil? Of course, I love Brazil. All right. Are you having more kids? Am I having more kids? If you ask me right now, I would say ask me later. And that's what I'm going to say. As far as like, I will say this. With this pregnancy, I have been the most anxious. I feel like it's going slow in quarantine. Like, feels like it's going fast sometimes and it feels like it's going really slow. And I'm like, I just can't wait to meet the baby. So I'm getting more anxious with carrying him because I just can't wait to meet him and get to know him and see him. But am I having more kids? I think it looks very possible. I definitely would love to. I know Russ would definitely. You guys know Russ would love to have more kids. I'd love to have more kids. I have some things that I want to accomplish work-wise. So I think that's always important to get some of those things done that make me happy. So I definitely plan to have more kids. I say give it a few more years, but not too many because again, I am the father time is real, you know. So in a perfect world, I could probably make it to 5, but the gap in between is what's going to be very key. Because again, I like being able to, you know, have my sweet angels, but then also be able to do some fun work stuff in between and achieve my goals in between, and then be able to, you know, have a moment like this. Again, is fun. It brings me so much joy because my kids give me so much life. They make me feel, they keep me young. They keep me on my toes. It gives me like more purpose in life. So I love that feeling. You know, I feel like I'm really working for something. So I like being able to, create new life. It's a beautiful thing, and it's one thing that I really value and really cherish. So yes, more kids, yes. If you ask me, you ask Russ, like I told you guys, you know Russ, what he would say. But it's all about timing. That's just really what it's about. It's all about timing. And yeah, maybe some more. But let's stay focused on this one right now. Someone said, "Are you having your baby at home?" No, I'm not. I did think about it with quarantine, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to have my baby in the hospital. Yes, my doctor is a little scared of home deliveries. Not saying that he's not saying that, you know, they're a bad thing necessarily, but we just believe in the hospital being the safest place just in case anything happens. So yeah, let me see here. I just burped. I don't know if you guys heard that, but excuse me. Sorry. Oh, pregnant life. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, my burps are really bad too. That was probably a mild burp. I don't know if you guys heard it, but typically my burps are like, they sound like really, really, really heavy. So sorry if I did that. Are your pregnancies easy? Yes, I am so blessed that my pregnancies have been pretty, they've been pretty easy. I really don't have complications of any kind, for the most part. So it's been pretty easy. It's just, if anything, this is the sleepiness. Speaking of, I have the yawn. Oh, sorry guys. It's real. Pregnancy, tiredness, being tired. That's like a real thing. First trimester, I felt beat, like, so tired. And then now where I am now, at this point in my pregnancy, I feel like the tiredness is starting to come back. And so just trying to manage all that is a challenge. Especially with having other kids, having kids. It's like, like I feel like I can't keep up sometimes, just to be honest. But I do keep up in my best way possible. But I've been really blessed. My pregnancies have been pretty easy. I really don't have any complaints, just being tired. And really, really struggling with like not eating bad stuff, like ice creams and Oreos and ice creams and cookies and milk and all that stuff. That's been a great challenge for me. And I'm starting to get to a place where I always do this at some point in time in my pregnancies, where I just start like going ham, and I like literally eat desserts every day. So I've kind of been in that phase. That has been a good challenge for me, but honestly, I can't complain. I have been very blessed that my pregnancies have been very easy. All right, let's see the next one here. Whoopsies. All right, so all right, let me see. All right, so basically, I think that I really like, let me see. All right. Do you have your nursery ready? Okay. No, I don't, but I'm getting it ready. I have all the creatives down, ready for the baby. And now we're just waiting for those items to come in. But the room for him is going to be navy blue, white, and gold. Those are the colors that I want to do. And Russ and I are excited about it. And hopefully everything will come on time. We had to cancel some items that wouldn't be here on time because we just want to be prepared for the room. Actually, one cool thing is we're going to reuse Sienna's dresser from her bedroom. It's going to be in his room, which I love. Those little like hand-me-downs, because she doesn't know and Future doesn't know, their rooms are going to get, they're going to get a little bit of a redo, a little bit of an upgrade as far as them being older. We learned that when we brought Sienna into the world, that really had a great impact on the Future, that his, baby's kicking, that his room got upgraded and he became the big boy and he got the bigger room. And so, he felt like a big boy and he was excited about that chapter. So we're gonna do the same thing for both of them now with the new baby coming. Just a couple of tweaks. We're not going to change everything, but a couple of things that'll make their rooms feel like they're growing up and that it's an exciting time and that this new little precious bundle of joy is not going to be, it's going to be a sweet thing. So we're going to do that. But yeah, so I will say this. I don't know about you guys, but I wanted to close out on the baby is kicking. Ooh. Okay, I wanted to close out on a real topic right now regarding George Floyd. I am lost for words. I know I posted this up yesterday, but it's very similar to the murdering of Eric Garner, and it's just so unfortunate. It's very surreal when you see these moments, and sometimes technology can be a bit of a it can be overwhelming, but it's amazing how technology has been serving us in moments like this where they're documenting these tragic, sad moments in real time, and we're able to really play back the scenarios, but hopefully play them back to where they can help the families of those that have lost someone and the person that's lost their lives. It is truly so sad. I just thought to myself when I saw that, gentleman, when I saw George on the ground, I actually want to cry. When I saw him on the ground with the knee to his neck, it's like that could be my son. So it's really sad, really, really, really sad and really unfortunate. And there just has to be a better way. There has to be a better way than, the way that officers are handling people when arresting them. There has to be a better way. There has to be a stopping point. He could have just removed his knee to a different part of his body if he was trying to keep him down. He just the officer was so wrapped up in his position and neglecting George, and the result is irreversible. The result is horrifying. The result is so, so sad. And just surreal that we were able to see that. I don't have any words. I'm lost for words. So I just want to say, to everyone out there, let's keep our faith strong. Praying for justice for George's family. I'm praying for justice. I'm praying for this stuff to stop and to not happen, to not keep happening. I'm praying for a change to happen in the judicial systems, in the police systems. The way of arresting has to change. Like there just has to be something different. There has to be something done significantly different than what's been allowed and has been done before. So we have to stick together during this time, in times like this, and keep on, being strong during times like this together, and lifting up families like George's family in prayer. And, it's just, it would be great if people's lives, like the Eric Garners, Ahmaud Arbery, George's life. I mean, just everyone. I mean, just the history of people that we've lost to police brutality. It would be so amazing if their lives, they didn't have to lose their lives in vain. You know, that something different can come, a change can happen from all of this, and that people that have the power can wake up and see there has to be a change and not be afraid to make that change and not be afraid to, implement those changes in the system, and to the people that have done harm to really, they should be put away, for what they've done. So I am just praying for justice for George, praying for justice for Ahmad. Sorry, I hope I'm saying that right. It just has to stop. Enough is enough. And so I love you guys. Going to stay prayerful. Just going to believe in change. Going to stay hopeful. Like I said, that could have been my son. That's how I looked at that when I saw that gentleman on the ground. That could be my son. So enough is enough. I love you guys, and let's stay prayerful. All right, and let's stay strong together, and keep believing. I'm believing in a change, and I ultimately believe in God. I know God is the highest power, and He's in control of all of it. So no person that's doing these horrible acts of racism, of just everything, all the wrongdoing, it's not going to go unnoticed. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Okay, bye, peace out.